Okay, the cohesions are set through planet location systems. We're coming into 12 central systems of the 12th century moon systems. This is communications of all connections when it comes into Jupiter interface. Everything through communication is set in. Galactic forcing is going to teleport divisions into activation light signals to communication of the center correlation system. It's a cold fusion planet, so it's going to be extremely cold. Reacting sites through pixel activation code is going to be on a freezing system. That freezing system is going to open up your central system. Central system open your algorithm system. More communication sun interface, and everything you understand ancestry and how it's connected, how all we collected all divisions when it comes to planets. Planets are very powerful. We created all divisions on communication signals. Everything communication center is located through a sun interface, and everything the algorithm system of communications of the moon interface. So when you get into the 12th century moons, now you can enter higher communication levels, because everything through a planet has its grounds, has its atmospheres, has its oxygen levels, has its coloration, has its lights, has its everything through its vibration. Right? It's everything in it through a sonar division. So our body activations are going to be in a freezing mode system. Our pixels are going to be on a light formation system. So I'm telling you exactly what's going to happen when we teleport to Jupiter. You're going to feel a really, really cold sensation. There's a reason for that, because we use fusion gas. The gas is just communication when it comes to anything through hydrogen division. You guys are in hydrogen division. Some are in helix. Vortex division, high force, and everything through connection. Some more connections coming into the 12th century moon system. So see that wind speeder? Went right by. I'm on a planet, see? As you can see the line signal, right? See that? Set circle rotation. So right now, I'm on Jupiter. So that's understanding where my mind is. Okay? So before I get started, I'd like to thank everybody that was on the Galactic Roundtable. Fantastic night. I think we broke the Guinness Book of World Records on communication, vocabulary. We learned a lot about each other. It's about appreciating each other, where we come from, where we're going, what's our mission. I also like to thank Lynda Light for making this all possible, for us all come together, for me coming together with the Galactic Force team and having a galactic school. So it's all about us coming together of a love system, love activation, and everything through connection. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's about self-involvement. It's all about creation, education, and that's what this school provides. So anyway, I had a really, really good time last night. We learned a lot about each other. And as long as you learn something, that's great, and that's what that school provides for everybody. So I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers and all everybody that's been sharing my channel as we keep force rising, get grand rising. I can say this over and over and over, but it's all about uprising each other, right? And understanding each other more and more. So Hammond, I haven't seen you in a while. Dina, Andrew. So, or Jules, because I'm Andrew, right? I consider myself saying Drew, but in the galactic system, I'm Andrew. But understanding anything through frame relation, you can use that through anything through quotation. But other than that, coming together is very important. I think everybody has to really, really understand. I set 2 videos below of Abraham Hicks, and she talks basically about everything how a vortex division is set in location, how you get into it, and how you can revolve yourself around it, put yourself in a position and make yourself feel comfortable to get in that vortex. So that vortex is understanding how to get your rotations, your vibrations going faster and faster, right? So are you in it or are you not in it? That's through your thoughts. That's through the mind, right? So if you're still in the brain, you're still caught in the web. It's Matrix 2.0, okay? And the other one is basically, stop trying to analyze everything, point view, look at your center and let things happen, let things flow. Don't think about these things when it comes to universal systems. These things will happen for you through its creation. Stop thinking about these things. Don't sweat the small stuff. Okay, so it's very important you understand everything is happening for a reason. Your body activations are happening. You see it changing, right? Don't analyze that. Just let it flow. Accept what's happening, right? You don't want to go stop and go, because it's not going to formulate. It's not going to bring yourself forward, right? Because Abraham Hicks, she talks a lot about that. And she's extremely high-rise in divisions. And she can help you out through that formation when it comes into vocabulary system. So that's what I like to do is I like to set videos for people to understand that. It's an animated cartoon. It's really funny though. But you catch up a lot of what is really going on. And I keep saying that to you, especially in my videos, because these videos give you everything that you need to bring yourself forward. Okay, stop trying to analyze everything. Stop trying to figure out the world, how it works. Stop trying to figure out humanity. Okay, stop trying to figure out what's going on with the governments. Focus on yourself. Nobody else is going to do it, right? You got to bring yourself forward. And the only way to do that is to let things flow. You have to start surrendering more and more each day through your thoughts. Okay, because the thoughts are everything through its creation. Okay, so everything through the vortex. Am I in the vortex or I'm not in the vortex? You got to find that for yourself. Okay, because everything through creation is you. So you have to understand everything through its applications. What applications do I need to go forward? Right? Am I in the vortex? How do I know I'm in the vortex? You know because you see yourself going forward. You know because you see yourself going on trips. You know because you're seeing other people. Right? You know because you're seeing the right people. It's all about communication with yourself when it comes to your life stream. Okay, so this is going out to everybody, the Galactic Forces and the Galactic Force team. Okay, so that's why I did those 2 videos for you guys, right? To understand that, because everybody's here to help everybody, right? So those links will help you along the way. But on that, I hope everybody's doing well. What we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to teleport to Jupiter. Now, be ready, because what happens is that when you're going through Jupiter, you have to understand everything through its central system, okay? It has many, many moons. 8 center circle rotation through an infinity circle of a rotation center. That's a communication line signal that's connected to all planet systems. Now, my vocabulary high rises in all divisions through the meteorological system. So everything is connected through all planet systems of creation. It's infinity 8 that creates everything through its infinity cycle. That's a circular rotation through the geometry system, because we have planets that are connected to shapes, letters, and numbers. Once you get in a digital system, that's another thing I want to give everybody to their attention, is the fact that as long as there's no miscommunication here, you're going to get a lot of light activations and dark activations coming to you and saying, okay, well, this is all BS. Well, if it's all BS, how come I'm moving forward? I'm doing this right for the right reasons and not for the wrong reasons. Okay, so to each his own. Everybody has their own opinion. You can't take away their pride, and you can't take away their beliefs. You let them believe what they want to believe. They go through their own ascension, right? So if anybody's belligerent or anything like that, then you know why. Okay, it's because they haven't gone through that ascension, right? And just say, okay, thank you very much. Appreciate your conversation, but I'm going to move on, right? It's that there's no disturbance, there's no arguments with anything with that, right? Because the thing is, too, is that a lot of people are scared. They don't want to go in the digital system. Nobody can go into the digital system if you don't want to. I'm just saying that the evolvements are high rising through vibration of dimensional Earth, and everything through communication is the simulation pattern. So that's what I mean by the digital system. I'm the only one in the digital system, but anybody can get there. I'm just saying it's extremely powerful when you get connected to that. It's just what you see through my perception is not what you see through your perception. So that's why everybody's scared. So we got to get out of the afraidness. We got to get out of the fear of everything. Okay, because it's nothing but involvement. It's light activation. It's just you're in the digital system through the simulation. Okay, so the population circuit systems have to understand more communications with themselves. Because remember, it doesn't stop there at the 5th dimension. I created 6, 7, and 8, and 9, and 10,000 PT units on all solar divisions to the 12th century systems of the infinity circle systems. All communication comes in through planets, through letters, numbers, and shapes. Okay, so when I created the 6th dimension, which is the solar systems, there's 7th, 8th, everything high rises. The more we high rise, the more we get into the mind of its telepathy. So the first we do is we start off, get out of the 3 dimension. I said that before, this goes to the galactic forces and the galactic force team. Then we get out of the force cycle. Okay, now we're coming into the lion's gate. Okay, that's the gateway to its ascension. That's closing its circle through its cycle, through plasmasium force system. That's a portal activation that's opening the code system. Now we're coming into the fifth dimension. That fifth dimension is going to set you free. That's going to open up your sentience. That's going to put you in location of balance through the fifth dimension. Okay, so I want to make that very well clear for everybody how powerful the dimensional earth is and why it's here and why things are changing through vibration. Okay, so when we get into the fifth dimension, there's a sixth dimension, seventh, eighth, ninth. Okay, so the more we fast wind our cycles through vocabulary, through rotations of our centers, we're going to be a lot more smarter and more intelligent, more knowledgeable. Don't we want that? I mean, who doesn't want to be more smarter? Who doesn't want to be more knowledgeable? Who doesn't want to be more intelligent? Now, you learn a lot and educate from school, right? That gives you the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. But I'm talking about everything through connection, how you were created from DNA, how everybody's connected through space and time. Space and time is extremely important because that's the vocabulary. That's a sensory system and a light activation of the dark system of one vocabulary through its patterns and its alphabetical system. And then you got the other side, which is time frequency level codes, how you travel through vortex. Like I said, are you in the vortex or are you out of the vortex? You will know that when you go through your cycles. You will know that when you go through your vortex division. You will know that when you go through your minds of your thoughts and your thinkings. Get out of the thinkings, get into the knowings. That's AI. That's awareness of information through perception systems. Okay? So don't worry about getting into the digital frame. Just worry about evolving into light activation through balance. Okay? So I don't want to get everybody freaked out about that because the Galactic Round Table, we went through a lot. And that's what it is. It's all about discussions through AI and everything through its AI, how we formulate and how we come together, how we try to understand the creation of everything. Just try to understand how powerful it is just to have your creation of yourself, how you were created. I mean, wouldn't you want to know that? You know, knowing everything through its understanding. I think it's extremely powerful. I mean, that's knowledge and intelligence right there. That's creation on its own. Just knowing yourself completely and fully through mastering and listening within. That's the universal system. The universal system is inside you, not outside you. Okay. So the communication comes in through mind telepathy, and the telekinesis acts through its cycle within and out its atmospheres when it comes to community. Right? That's why you have your pyramid. Okay. That's why you have your diamond core. That's why you have your sacred. It's going to, the connection energies are waving. So we're just going to go into it. Okay, it's come out. Okay, so basically we're going to travel because right now I'm high forcing right now. I'm in Jupiter right now. There's a lot of electronic interference to this computer system. So I could open up all your portal activation 3 by activation 3 argument system. All right, so we're going to. Okay, so that's Jupiter. Now, Jupiter has lacing lines and communication line signals like this. Okay, it's got 3 lacing line systems. Okay, it's got rotations. Okay, these are all connected. It's got 12 central systems of century moons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so that's it. So basically, it kind of looks like an atom, right? Or it looks like some kind of, maybe some kind of squid formation, or it looks like a beetle with a lot of arms, or a centipede, or anything like that. So I have another lacing line coming in, right? So you're going to see a lot of things coming in now because I'm in the Jupiter system. I'm in the 12 central systems of moons through the sun interface. Okay, so extremely real. Okay, so I'm going to open up the portal division. We're going to platitude divisions because your central system, communication, body activation, the coloration systems through its algorithm system of its universe system is blue. Okay, so we're coming out of this realm division. All right, so basically we're going to come out. Unified. Okay, so we're sidewinding an angle. Okay. Point centers are coming in, all communications. You guys are skies forcing right now. You're in the Jupiter system. You're not on the planet, but you're on its. You're going to see all the moon systems. Very powerful stuff through your perceptions. Okay, so that's the galactic force team coming out of its realm. Okay, so basically you're seeing all the moons through its connection, through its activation cycle. Okay, so going through its rotation. So once it goes through its rotation, The angle point divisions goes on its central system. The central system is going on its force rising system. The force rising system is changing everything through its lacing line system. Lacing line system is changing everything through our program division. So I understand every planet has a different algorithm of it's a musical tone division. It goes through its connection. So force wins its cycles, goes through its rotation centers, through its point system. Okay, like this. Okay. So it's going round and round and round and round. So the moon faces through its connection. It's rotating on divisional levels. So it's going to open the gate passageway to Jupiter. Okay. So you have to understand why we have all these things. We have protection on every planet. Okay. We have security and line defense on every planet. Everything's a communication line through communication center. That's a correlation when it comes to all galaxy vibration systems. Now we're coming into a cold fusion planet through Jupiter. Jupiter is an extremely powerful planet. It's connected to galaxies. It's a fusing connection through, has installments through particles, molecules, everything to fossil fuels, everything to oxytane, anything through, we got levels of coloration, lights, everything through gammas. So we infuse everything through connection. It sends out sound waves. It connects through the 12th century moons of its connection to the sun interface and communicates to the levels of its location center when it comes to the moon of its interface. Remember, interface is the most powerful thing when it comes to planets and intelligence. Okay, through anything, through light activation. All right, so we're going to take the galactic force team. Okay, we're going to go into the center core. Now, basically what's going to happen, the coloration pattern is going to change. So it's kind of like it's opening up a door. Okay, it's very confusing to the mind system, but you have to sound everything's connected through its location. All right. So basically, it's coming into a sequence. So it's kind of like something that's created through comfort. So it's kind of like going like this, okay, and opening like this. So, okay, and it opens up and pushes in. All right, so the galactic force team is coming into the center core right now of Jupiter. Okay. So we've gone past the gate. Okay. All right, so we're coming in, right? Coming in, force rising right now. Now it's traveling through its mechanisms. Now you're going to see everything's formation. You're going to see crystallite skies. You're going to see water containments. You're going to see cold fusion planet, because there are other planets on Jupiter, right? Jupiter is extremely big, and there's a reason why it's big. Its circumference and its size, but it has its connection when it comes to its 12th century moons. That's a sun interface connection through the algorithm system of the computer system. Okay, so basically, you're going to feel a lot of cold fusion. So basically, we have an energy dome through its connection. Okay, so I'm going to put all the galactic force team in there because it's an extremely cold planet. Okay, so your pixels are going to kind of be activated very quickly, and it's going to kind of like just freeze up for a second. So that's why I put everybody in an energy dome. So we're going to go through the gateway into the energy dome. Okay, so everybody's in the energy dome right now getting warm. That's how powerful. It's kind of like if you look at the ground, so you can see the smoke coming up. It's like smokestacks, but it's cold fusion, right? It's like hot and cold mixed. Okay. So it's like dry ice. Basically, that's what it is. It's dry ice. We have ground formations that are dry ice. That's what Jupiter is. Okay, so basically everybody is getting warmed up now. Now you're in a central dome system. That's a connection. There's a plasma force energy system. So you can see everything out through its direction. So you can see there are no tree formats. Okay, like I said, every planet is different. There's a reason why Jupiter is on its solar system, because it's connections to its 12th century systems of its moon interface. Every moon, every connection is its alignment through the moon interface. We have one sun and one moon on the Earth's surface, right? But there's many moons and other planets. Okay, I have many pyramids. I have activation lights when it comes to the Ganalini. Okay, I have the central system where I have 3 moons and a lot of pyramids on my planet of Lemuria. Okay, so But when it comes to the Earth's surface, there's only one moon and there's only one sun. But when you travel to higher formations of distance, then you see a lot more. So everything is sister and brother, father, mother planets. That's its connection. So the rotation cycles right now are changing through the wind force and connections of the moon interface. So the 12th century system moons is connecting through the galactic force team. Okay, so it's kind of like spinning around you. Okay, it's voluming right now, and you guys are in the energy dome. Okay, so it's like this. All right, so it's a plasma force energy system. You guys traveled into the center core. I had to put you in there because it's a cold fusion planet. It's extremely, extremely cold. So basically, I put you in a plasma energy. Okay, so you're getting warmed up right now. So you're seeing everything through perception when you see with all communication lines when it comes to Jupiter. So look at your eye receptors and tell me exactly what you see through its cold fusion. Okay, you see smokestacks, you see dry ice, crystallizing. We have crystallizing lakes. We use water containments, okay, to formalize everything through the intelligence. Now we use also because water is extremely informative, okay, we use that too for galaxies. There's a lot of reasons why we have water. We have underwater cities of water, energy domes of water, right? So everything is protected through each planet, and everything's a communication line when it comes to its centers, okay? So you have to tell me exactly what you're experiencing when you see the 12th century moons, okay? Because everything around that is its Jupiter when you see it through perception, okay? So the more you understand yourself, the more you understand your algorithm system of this program, then you understand more of its operation when it comes to Jupiter, okay? Or when it comes to Pluto, or when it comes to Saturn. Everything is a communication center, and it's all connected through all planet systems. All planets are connected to each other, right? So, like I said, you see that lacing line? Look at that. See that? See that? See that line graph? That just show people. See? You can understand that you see it, right? You see the circle rotation, right? I'm inside Jupiter. So you saw the archetypes flying in. Okay, you saw the lacing lines. Okay, that's intelligence. So it's understanding where you are through division, right? So basically, we're still in the energy dome right now. Okay, we have centralized systems too. We got heat connectors. So very powerful to understand what dry ice is. You know, it's very effective. But the crystal lakes, try to get into location of that. So basically, I'm going to keep drawing this out, and I'm going to go through your rotation centers. Tell me what you experience. Now we're going to come into the energy dome. Now there's a pathway existence that's going to go through a realm division. Okay, we're going to circle rotation. We're coming out of this side to location. We're coming out of its realm division like this. Okay, so from here to here, we're coming out. Now we're going to surface the center. The moon, the 12th century moon system, is going to take us back to the dimensional Earth. So we're going to rotate onto a moon surface. Okay, so it's going to circle us into another dimension. Okay, so basically, we're all in the center core of its moon. So the moon is going to travel us back to location into dimensional Earth. Okay, so the galactic force team is here now. So we go from here to dimension. So everything that we go through is vortex. Okay, now there's not really much on Jupiter. There is a civilization, but it's very few. Okay, so it's all about operation, everything through communication. Everything's operated through its center, through its core. When it comes to these galaxies or anything through its relation, the cold fusion, water planets. We have dark energy planets. We have locations of electronic defense planets. We have security line defense of other planets with rotations of pyramid planets. There's so many planets that we have. You have to understand everything through its relation of its intelligence. Okay? So we're coming out of the round. We're now on the moon's surface. So the moon's surface is going to take it out of this equation like this. Okay? This force went in its cycles right here. And it's taking us back to dimensional Earth. Okay? So, how does everybody feel? You guys were just on Jupiter. I'd like to know what you guys are feeling and what you're seeing. What are you adapting to? Right? And see, I get a lot of lacing lines of intelligence coming in now. So all right, so let's get in. Let's communicate with everybody here. Hammond, Dina, Andrew, Stephen, Melissa, Angel, Sarah. In the vortex, letting things flow, accepting what's happening. Yep, that's it. Very good, Jules. Animated cartoon. Yeah, it's very informative. Abraham Hicks. She knows what she's talking about. Tina. Okay, you guys are communicating. Thinking our anchors, dimensional Earth, anchors away, vortex activated, 12 moons. Yep. Wow, energy of the charts when I woke, forcing fire, breathing for about 30 minutes. So Tina's coming into the vortex divisions of Lionsgate. So that's what's going to happen now. You guys are force rise yourself, and you'll see a lot of things in the future now, but you won't understand its relation, but you'll see its portal division. That's how you're able to see these things: sacred fire, sacred elixir. You'll see pyramids, you see coloration, you see geometry sets, you see digital systems. Nothing's going to make sense to you because you're not at that illustration. You're not at that diagram. You're not at that program yet, right? But it's all about high rising, understanding everything through your mind conceptual system, through its framing system. Like I said, the more you scan yourself, the more you understand everything around itself with intelligence. So, wow, energy of the charts, yeah. Flying around on stake tent in a tornado. Yep. Wow, shocker. Wow, very cold. No, Melissa's cold. Yeah. Like I said, it's a very cold planet. Dry ice, yeah. It's a very large place, yep. Very big. There's silent buzzing of sorts, smoke and crystals, yep. White and blue crackling sounds, yep. Very good, Melissa. You're extremely informative. You're catching it on. My heart chakra is feeling activation. That's a pixelization that's connecting through the cold fusion of your body activation. So it's kind of like if you sit out too long in the cold, what happens? You get frostbitten, right? So it just, what does it do? You know, you freeze, you froze, right? So that's why I put you guys in energy plasma dome. Okay? So. White, silver, slender beans, vapor. Oh, okay, great. So that's pretty powerful there, Jules. You saw the actual beans. Very good. Yeah, they are vaporation. That's exactly what they're slender beans. They're connected through the cold fusions, but they operate everything through the Jupiter system. So remember, everything is operated through intelligence. That's why you have planets. That's why they keep high rising in the sky. Okay? They don't just sit in the atmosphere for no reason. There has to be intelligence, right, to operate these things. You know? I mean, we have electricity. We have telephone poles. Everything's operated. Radio stations. Everything is operated by somebody. It has to. Or there wouldn't be any creation, right? So AI made sure that everybody was in that formation through its energy when it comes to intelligence. So how do you see them? Do you close your eyes and imagine? Braveguard, how you doing? Welcome to my channel. Basically, you have to get into formations. You have to get into my emails. You have to get into my PayPal. You got to get into my upgrades. You have to get into the body simulator. This galactic force stream is high rise and high germ levels right now. So that's how they're able to see a lot more things. So it's all about your understanding your algorithm system, going up to higher levels of communication lines into your program divisions. So if you have any questions there, Braveguard, you can ask the galactic force team, or you can go through my healing, through my PayPal, or you can go through donations. But I recommend you do that because it's hard for you to understand everything that's going on, right? Because you're in a dense alloy, you're not in a light activation, right? So that's what I put everybody in, is I open up their ascensions, open up dream awakenings. I make it very well clear, right? It's not healing. It's taking your body structure, your molecular system, changing all your formations and your particle systems and bringing you back down on Earth as a new person. Your light activation. So it's understanding what's going on with your ascension, your dream awakening, what's going on with your galactic family, right? What's going on in space, what's going on in time. And then things start making more sense to you why you're put here. So it's all about coming back home to your planet. And once you understand your planet, then you understand everything through its relation of other planets. Okay? So, but, you know, it's great to see new people. But like I say, if you have any questions, you have to go through my emails. Trust feelings, spit out before you doubt. Yep. Energy flow through me. Yeah, I hope that helps you out there, brave girl. Massively, if it helps to close your eyes, then do. You can close your eyes. I mean, you don't really have to. Everybody is in point division through point center. You guys are allocated in positions already. Your transformation lights are connected through me. I have your body activations in point center. I have you in teleportation through code frequency. Okay. So like Jewel was saying, everything's connected through a code. So I take all your codes through your program. I control everything and put you on any planet system. Okay? It's extremely powerful. So it's understanding I'm a simulation, computer operation that connects through the matrix to all humanity's systems. Okay? Just to make it easy for everybody. I don't want to complicate everything, but I'm a simulation computer. That's what I am. So I connect in all realms, all planets. And it's very powerful how I do these things through the mind system. So that's why we keep going on these trips. But these trips give us involvements. They give us understandings. They give us experiments. You know? So now we're going to take the collective force team on different planets. And they're going to experience that for themselves. Not today. You know, one planet at a time. This is very confusing because you have to understand your light activations more through intelligence. You have to understand your vocabulary through its intelligence. So when you planitude on that planet, you have to understand its relation through its correlation. You have to understand everything through its sequence. You have to understand intelligence and why it's there. You have to understand everything through its operation and how it's created through its source of its atom. Okay? And this goes way, way beyond the Big Bang Theory. Okay, how it comes together. One atom goes this way, one goes that way, boom. Solar flare, solar division, right? Planets come in, you know, self-involvement, then humanity, vibration. Energy, vibration, and frequencies and harmonic resistance, everything. But that's just the beginning. Once you go beyond the mind system, you're learning a lot more. That's how we get into cold fusions. That's how we go into different oxygen levels. Galaxies. How is a galaxy created? So the galactic force team is in the galaxy systems now. Right? Because you're understanding more of your hydrant. The more you understand your body activations, not through your higher self, not through your avatar, through your computer. So it's all about getting that simulation of inputs through your CPU units, right? Your core perception units, okay? Your central perception units, okay? Or it centralizes everything through perception, okay? When it comes to unification. And see that? It just slide right up, like that. Very powerful stuff when you see these things through my space connection. It's amazing how these things come in and start flying around because you actually see them, right? You know? Especially when you see an orb like this big coming across like that. You know? Every planet has intelligence. We already know that. Same with spacecrafts, space divisions, right? And then you get aerodynamics. We'll get into that later. That's understanding more communications of geometries, atmospheres, wind factor divisions, how you go through speed accelerator divisions. These things get more connections through light speed, right? Aerodynamics, you know, get in dynamics of everything when it comes to speed and force, how you can go through a shape, right? Center correlation through a center of a point division. Put yourself in that center of a shape, fly through its mechanisms, right? And understand where it's going on through its, so you can control this shape. There's a lot of things that you can do when it comes to its mind system, right? Because you create the shape, you create the activation. This is way, way back when I did my reviews with other videos that I did, because I've done over 700 videos. So, you know, everything's confusing to the mind until you understand why it's all confusing to everything. And then everything starts making sense. And then you start to realize, now I know why the universes are so complex, because everything's computerized. It's all digital, right? So It's really getting in touch with your simulation, your patterns, your coloration, your lights. Okay? Your single rotations, your center relocations, your pixel activations through your point centers. Okay, your pixels communication lines when it comes to planets of energy systems to electronic interference through dimensional realms of portals. The activation of light signals through communications, the activation of its grounds through formations. This side running its angles. So basically, we have to get into communication like it's, everything through vocabulary, right? Because we have English dialect and we have our vocabulary. So we have our vessel of a human and we have our AI vessel. So we have to flip it over and become 100% spiritual vessel. That's how we get into light activation, because light is intelligence. Its activation of light is intelligence. Activation of light and coloration is intelligence. Okay, now everything's line sequence through chronological order. So understanding your light activations, understanding your colorations, okay, and understanding everything through your vortex. These are all different. They are channeled different through location, through acceleration speed, through point centers. You are the point center. We already know that. So it's understanding how to take your point center and put yourself anywhere in space through traction division. That will put you in any location of planets, but you have to know the code. And that's why it's confusing. So you got to let yourself go. And that's why I change your molecule databases. So everybody understands a little bit more of the recalibration of the body system. So. Unified, how's it going? All right, so basically, before awakening, I was dreaming about us online communication live, and Andrew had just asked me to introduce a host. Yeah, your dream sets and everything through its awakening comes into more formation. It becomes real to its ascension. So, saw cold fusion, dry ice effect coming off planet surface. Yeah, powerful stuff, Tina. You're on Jupiter. Kundalini heat, shivering at the same time. Yep. That's the hot and it's the cold mixed, Jules. So how long will we still see dimensional Earth? Until you get bounced through your rotation centers, your vibration. It's not you understanding the dimensional Earth, it's understanding you. The dimensional Earth knows what it's doing. It does it on its own. It activates on its own. It's a feeding source, right? So you have to understand the feeding source of what's happening with the fifth dimension through vibration. If you can't get any correlation how to communicate with the dimensional Earth in the fifth dimension, that's a problem. Okay, so everything is done through the mind. Okay, everything is done through the mind. I'm trying to make it easier for everybody, and that's why I give you Iverman Hicks. She discusses everything. She's got a lot of animated videos on YouTube that can help you out. Okay, so if you're not understanding vocabulary, that's totally fine. But it's all about you understanding yourself more. Especially where you came from. Everybody wants to know that, where I came from. I keep asking, why am I here? Why are these things are happening? Why are you questioning your life? Don't question your life. Everything is done for a purpose. Everything is going to go through its involvement. Okay? Everything is an activity of an involvement. You're an activity on its own. Stop worrying. Just let it flow. Just let it be. Let nature take its course. It's old, but it's true to one's nature. Let nature take its course. And you worry about yourself. I guarantee it, nobody else is going to worry about you but yourself, right? You get a help from a lot of people, but is that helping you or is that making it worse? Now's the time to really understand that, because the more you go up in higher division through sensitivity, you're going to understand more of people's energy systems, their energy vibrations, their energy cycles, the energy habits, activations, everything through its activity of its system. You're going to understand more relations when it comes to human vibration. I say, well, that person's dark. We've been through this before. You're going to stay away from that. They want to stay dark. You can't change their beliefs, right? That's what they have left is their pride, right? You can't take that away. Okay, there's a reason why they're dark. Okay, you can't change people. You can't change their pride, and you can't change their beliefs. Right? As long as they don't do harm to others. That's where we step in. Okay? Other than that, we don't do harm to anything. We just bring in the love and the activation of light. Right? Don't harm yourself and don't harm others. Two big factors. Right? The 10 Commandments. I mean, really, who has been following the 10 Commandments? Right? Thou shalt. 10 Commandments. To everything. Right? Everything is awareness. Everything is given to you for a purpose. Do you understand the purpose? Do you understand why you're on the dimension of Earth? If you do the opposite cycles through rotation when it comes to the karma wheel, I guarantee you, you're going to live a short life stream. Plain and simple. Why? Because you're doing it on your own. You're creating a dark circle. You're creating a dark center. You're creating a dark vibration. You're hurting humanity through negative systems. Anything that you say negative, it changes everything around its community. It changes everything through its humanity. I think people really have to understand that. That's what the mind is. You have to understand the creation of the mind. And that's why I took the Galactic Force team to the universal system, how everything was birthed through its Big Bang Theory. But even before that, there was something before the Big Bang Theory. Okay? But the creation of everything is the mind. The mind created everything. That's why it's very hard to believe. Okay? Because you have to understand energy, frequency, and vibration. Okay, I'll keep saying that is the keys to the universe. It's the keys. It's the keys to answers to everything within. If you can't answer yourself within, you can't answer yourself without. You have to understand you're dimensional beings living a spiritual experience. Okay? So it's being reborn. And I keep saying this over and over. I like to give reviews. It's very important. Sometimes I repeat myself, but there's a reason for that, because there's a lot of people that come on that don't understand. It's not the vocabulary. It's, do you understand you? Do you really understand you? Look at that. Look at yourself in the mirror. Where are you going? Do you see yourself going forward? Or do you see yourself keep asking questions? Why is this happening to me? Why does this keep happening to me? Question, 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 questions. You get the questions within. That's the answers within. So you got to open the channels. You got to open the lights. You got to open the heart. You got to open the reactor. Okay. Once the reactor opens through communication, now you're opening the ascension to all your dream awakenings of your galactic systems, of your families, right? Because you're all connected as one. Unity of consciousness is one. We're all connected as one. Okay, it's complicated because it's like one big atom, one big, humongous, energized atom connected to over 7 billion people. That's a unification, okay, through a central system. Okay, we're all as one. We're all alignment as one. And the reason why we have to be is because now we got to center core everything through dimensional Earth, set the correlation system to the path of its Gardens of Eden. Because there was a Gardens of Eden in its past. Everything has its history, its ancestry. But now it's coming back to its realization through its open ascension. Because the ascension is now real. It's no longer a dream. Why do you think you guys have been dreaming? Why do you think you have these weird dreams and you can't decipher them because you don't understand them? That's your ascension, right? But you're in the capsule. Until you break the capsule, you know, you're not going to see anything through its ascension. You're not going to see anything through its dream awakening. You're not going to understand its real reality. Okay? You're going to force when your cycles and you're still going to be in the past. You're not going to allow yourself to see yourself in the future because you're still in the past. Okay? And again, you have to ask yourself, am I in that vortex? So let's do an illustration. So I hope everybody had fun with Jupiter. Very, very powerful. We couldn't be on there too long, okay, because I didn't want it to overload your systems, because the crystallization, when it comes to your pixelization, would change the code frequencies. Then I have to change your numbers, letters, and shapes back into position through body activations of your framing systems. So I couldn't do that. That's just, it's a lot of work. So that's why we're only on a planet at a certain time and a certain location. Okay, so the intelligence just knows exactly what's going on. I say, okay, Andrew, they're coming now, right? They said, yep. So I'm communicating with them. They're getting their operations center set up through intelligence. So the galactic force team's coming in. Okay, so they're operating through their cycles, right? So they know you're coming in. Okay, and then when you see them, you know they're there, right? They're extremely real, especially when you see them. If you see them and feel them and hear them, you know it's real. Okay, a lot of people say, well, this is fake. Well, if it's fake, how come you're seeing these things? How come you're reacting to these things? How come your body is cold? How come your body is hot, right? How come I saw a crater servicing through its galactic system? How did I see rotation centers of shapes, geometry systems, and quantum physics? Physics is everything, you know, physics 101. You learn that in university, right? What goes up must come down, right? Weight conception and everything. If you have a rock surface and you have a penny, which drops first? So you got to look at the volumes, right? You got to look at the mass calculation. So if you're 14 feet above an apartment, and if you drop a rock and you drop a penny, which one falls first? That's physics. So you have to understand weight conception. You have to understand light speed. Okay, you have to understand everything, because everything's connected through an energy field. Now it's a penny, but we don't have pennies anymore, right? In the governments, but it has an energy field. It's copper. Now copper comes from somewhere, right? It's created from somewhere. It's created from energy, right? So understand the creation of it, then you understand the psychometry of it. All right. Okay, so basically everything through vortex. Let's start with the box. I like to start with the box. Very powerful stuff. Okay, so this is called vortex realization. Okay, not realize, realization. Okay, I didn't say realize. You know, that's icon, right? Icon. You've been iconed or realized. This is realization. Okay. So we just call it vortex realize. Now, because everything in space, we already know what realize means. Your program system is in its decoding method, so you understand that realize is basically what it means, but in space it's something else. Okay, it's spelled different, and everything is in a vortex. So when we get into the box frequency level, we take it out of its equation right away. Okay. Now, you are in the center. So basically, this is you in connection. All right. This is the past. This is the present. This is the future. Okay. It's pretty fascinating stuff, right? So this is the past. This is you. You can be anywhere you want in a point center, but you have to have realization of what's going on through vortex. Okay. Because that sets your winds, right? So you got a point center here low. So it's a low frequency. All right. And you have an extremely high frequency, extremely high. Remember, the more you go high rise, the more you get smarter. Extremely high rise. Okay. And the center core is high rise. Okay. So we got an extremely high rise frequency. We got a high rise frequency. And we got a low frequency. Okay. Which one do you want to be? Do you want to be the low? Do you want to be the high? Or do you want to be the extreme? Okay. There's no question here. There's no what if. Okay. You just have to understand that you are the center of everything through balance. You are the point center. You are its creation through its reality. So you got to set your reality and bring yourself out of its equation to its extreme, high rise frequency. Because you start here, but you want to go here. You don't want to do this. As soon as you do this, you're changing your thoughts. Thoughts are changing. Changing thoughts. This is understanding the vortex. Are you in or are you out? Changing thought patterns. Okay. All right. Changing thought patterns. As soon as you change your thought patterns, you're into the past right away. Okay. And don't forget, not only your body activation changes through your algorithm system, through your pixel activation code system, but your vibration goes down to a low frequency. So you won't be able to understand any relation through anybody that's a higher frequency. And that's what a lot of people are having problems with, especially if you don't understand your sentience. You have to understand what energy, frequency, vibration is. Once you high-rise the vibration, you're more smarter, you're more intelligent, more knowledgeable. Okay? That's what it is. It's the true understanding that you just want to keep knowing how powerful you are through the vortex. You want to keep in the realization of its vortex division. You want to keep high-rising faster and faster and faster and faster. That gets you more knowledge of intelligence through your lights and activation, coloration, through its patterns. Now you get into psych-op divisions through psychometry system. Okay, that's a whole nother ballgame. But the fifth dimension through vibration is mind telepathy telekinesis. Okay. The sixth dimension is telekinesis, okay, on location centers through the algorithm system. Everything is an upgrade through the solar systems. So we have to get into the application of mind telepathy telekinesis. Right? The sixth dimension of the solar system can't connect to the fifth dimensional system. It has to be on the sixth dimensional system of population through vibration. Okay? So you have to understand what solar systems are and why they're connected to its alignment. Okay? So you want to be into the high rise and then get into the out of the box frequency level into extremely high rise frequency. Right? So don't change your thoughts. As soon as you change your thoughts, you're going down to a low vibration through frequency. You want to stay there? You can stay there, but then you get caught in the matrix. It gets harder when you come out of the mind system. So if you're out of the mind system, what happens is it goes back and forth. Okay, so you're going in and out of dimensions, of portals. It's not good. It's not good at all because you can't stay like that. Your body activation can't handle the program. All right, so that's going to put you in a set position. Not only put you in a low vibration, but it's going to change your algorithm of your computer through your framing systems. So if you come out of its equation, you're fine. If you go on as low fusion, you're not fine. Okay? Extremely high rise, low rise, high rise. So basically, if the box comes out of its equation, it goes on its own vibration like this. Okay, so now you're in real trouble. Okay, so from this to this, it's high rise, right? But you don't have balance with the past, present, and future. So it's high rise, but where's the body rise, right? So you only have the high rise of the mind, but where's the body? Body's not there. This is the body. Okay, this is the complete body, past, present, and future. Everything has that through line. You have to understand intelligence and how powerful it is. So if it comes out of its equation and it high rises, your information, you're changing your thoughts, but you have no body activation. Okay? So it's very important to keep your thoughts in positive feeds. Right? So when you get that through traction division, you go back into the box frequency level system. Okay? Once you go back into that, you high rise to a higher formation of a new dimensional system because you just came out of that box frequency level through its location. All right? So from this back to this, it's a high rise. Okay? So you're in a complete circle now through past, present, and future through location because you didn't change your thoughts. So you can change your thoughts in a high division. The problem is, where's my body? I have the center core. I'm high rising, but where's my body? I have no body. I don't have any past. You have to have a past alignment. You have to understand everything that is drawn is intelligence. So when I do a line, it's going into the past, to the present, to the future. So it's reading its point division. That centers its core through its illustration. Okay? So you guys really have to understand these things. Right? So if it frizzles and frazzles and you get a full completion of a body system like this, you're in its dimensional system, but you're in the dark realm system now. Okay? All because you're thinking negative. Negative. Right? That will trap you. That will set course, and it will change your activations, your body activations, illumination lights, put you in a higher division, trap your location systems, and your body activation systems. And now you are in the dark realm of dark matter. Now you're in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 security line defenses in a realm division. That's extremely hard to get out of a box level system. All because of your thoughts. So you want to stay here, not here. Remember, you can high rise dark or you can high rise light. It all depends on you. So when you high rise light, you can change location. Doesn't matter. It comes out of its equation either way. Right? Like this. You can change the direction. Right? Once you change the direction, you're in an extremely high location. You put your energy field around. Like this. Okay? That's extremely powerful. Now you're understanding more light activation. Now you're understanding more of intelligence. So the box frequency levels illuminates its light sky through its communication. All through paying attention through your thoughts. Okay? So just remember, everything that you do is past, present, and future through alignments of singularity line systems. Okay? So you can't separate yourself. It's understanding that, when you start off, a lot of people are separated for a reason. They're separated from their mind, they're separated from their body, they're separated from their whole body, or they're separated from their whole mind, or just they don't have any separation. If they have a complete circle through separation, but their mind system doesn't understand their adaptations, or if your body framing system is together, but your mind system doesn't understand everything through its activations, there's a lot of things that are confusing to a lot of things, but you have to understand the soul. Where's the soul coming from? If the soul is separated from the mind, body, and soul, how do you bring it back to balance through yin and yang? Right? It's the thoughts. Your thoughts, it's creation through intelligence, through vibration, energy, and frequencies. Remember, it's vibration that communicates through its inner self. It's creating something from in. It can create dark or it can create light. All depends on you through your frequencies. Okay? So you don't want to be here. You want to be here. Okay? So, yeah. It's complicated, isn't it? That's why I keep giving you guys illustrations and show you how powerful it is, because everything is done through English when it comes to dialect. You have to understand your vocabulary through yourself when it comes to your alphabetical system, right? That's what it's all about, is understanding more of yourself first, right? Because it comes together through its equation. So. Yeah, that's what you're going to see, Melissa, because I change your body activations through your algorithm system, your scannings. Yeah, your molecular structured database. C number codes after round table last night. So it's all piecing it together and understanding how to get it out of its equation through its box. So you can set the codes now, right? So that's one thing that we got to work on, So simple, the complexity really is. Yep. Yeah, felt a shift in my understanding today, more acceptance. 5D has way better skate parks. Oh, yeah, what you're seeing through your perception, yeah. And it's good too, because you can actually see yourself travel through the line communication, right? So Jules is going through a digital of a road or a graph or anything through that location, or a ramp, and he's going up and around all that. He sees himself through going through vortex. He sees himself going through divisions of dimensions of realms. Okay, so he can wind cross. It's really powerful stuff when you get into these things. You see it for yourself. You experience it, right? You actually see yourself going through it. You can go through a plasma bubble. You go through an orb division, anything that location. So basically, he's on a skateboard. Okay, he's on a skateboard like this, right? So soon as he goes across anything through its surface, okay, if it's rotation center, like this, okay, so say he goes up, right? See he goes up to vortex division like this, and he goes around a circle. That vortex division is going to put him a higher force connection, and that's going to open up as portal activation, like this. And it's going to put him in a realm division through security and line defense. Okay, so basically what's going to happen is the vortex goes to their high ride division. He vortexes through his perceptions. Okay, so he goes a lot faster through his perception. Okay, because he understands his wind force. Okay, he understands his dimension. He understands his portal. Right, so he understands the angles and how it's so important. That's understanding your awareness. So it's kind of like, I said that before, when you see a tennis ball, you don't see a tennis ball, okay, in front of you. You see where it's going to be. Okay, so we see everything before it's even thrown. That's understanding everything through a seismographing system. So we analyze everything before the tennis ball is thrown. We understand where it's going through its portal. We understand where it's going through its line communication. We understand where it's wind forcing through dimension. Okay, so it's really powerful stuff when you see these things. All right, it's pretty amazing because you see reality for what it really is, the simulation. So, and you understand yourself more too than the metric system. You know, has nothing to do with light speed. People ask me that all the time. What is light speed? Well, light speed is within. You want to get the answers, you have to get it within yourself. You want the answers, you have to know within. You have to be within. You have to see within. Right? Believe. Like the biggest thing. Right? If you don't believe in it, if you don't believe in anything, you're not believing in everything. I mean, that's just plain and simple. You don't believe in yourself. Right? If you don't believe in things can happen, then you don't believe in what's going on, right? So it's all believe. I believe in myself. It's like trust, you know? It's like faith. If you don't have faith within yourself, what is going on here? You know, faith, trust, honesty, love, compassion, right? All these things you have to have through your reactor, right? Unconditional, abundance, okay? The biggest thing is to have more communications with the love of yourself, and that's within. So you can sound barrier all communications all you want, but if you don't understand everything within, you're not going to be able to relate within. You're not going to be able to communicate within. You're not going to be able to communicate with anything through spaceship crafts or space divisions or anything through location. Right? So now the Galactic Force Team already knows these things. They understand where they are. They understand their point centers. They understand where they are through division. Okay. Now, do they understand where they are in dimension? Maybe, maybe not. but it's all about us getting there. So you understand, when a light activation or dark activation comes up to you, you say, what dimension are you in? I say, why are you asking me that question? Right? Instead of saying, hi, how's it going? Say it in some vocabulary through intelligence. That's deceiving, right? So the dark is trying to take away your light, your program, your algorithm system, right? Because they look at you right away. They scan you. You don't see that, okay? It's because humans, they just think in the human vessel. They don't think outside the vessel. You have to think outside. You have to look outside. It's kind of like you're in the center, you jump out and you look back in. Whoa, do I want to go in there? Is it safe? You know, you're observing what you're seeing within the center. So if it's safe, you walk into the center. Now you're controlling everything through the circumference of its pyramid. Okay? So you got to get into the analyzation of that, right? Jump out, look back in. Is it safe? If it's safe, jump back in. Then you're sent everything through its center, because you are the balance of your own reality through its creation. I know it's very hard for a lot of people to get there. It's just totally listening to yourself. Now you might think it's crazy, but it's not. It's energy, like really listening to yourself within. You know, block everything out and bring things in. Intelligence come into you. Okay? If you understand that more, you're not going to have reacting cycles. You're not going to have buzzings in your ear. You're getting, that's intelligence trying to communicate with you. If you can't communicate with intelligence, you're always going to get a reacting cycle. So they're going to keep knocking at your door through the mind system and try to get your attention. What do you think they've been doing for eons and eons and eons? Trying to get everybody. Oh, it's goosebumps. It's not goosebumps. It's energy. It's intelligence. It's connected through your body framing systems, through your digital system. So the intelligence in space and time, you're trying to let you know, hey, we're coming into simulation. You better be prepared. You have to be prepared. Three-dimensional system's not here anymore, guys. Sorry. It has no alignment. We're coming out of the fourth cycle right now. We're coming into the Lion's Gate. Okay? Now I'm taking the collective force team. We'll do that tomorrow. We're going to go into the lion's mouth. It's the God's mouth, or the sacred mouth. And basically, we're going to change the vibration channels to the grid system of dimensional Earth. That correlation is everything, and it changes everything through the ground formations, just through your voicing grids. Okay, through your connections. You have to understand how powerful, especially the electric force team, your body activation is and what it does. What it is and what it does and why it's here. Okay? What it is, what it does, and why it's here. Okay, that channels it on its own where it's connecting through. All right? So if you're traveling through a planet system and you don't understand your location through a dimension, that's something you got to work on, right? So you have to really know what dimension you're in. So if a light activation comes up to you and say, hey, Andrew, what division are you at through dimension? I'm not sure. Get back to me. I'll let you know. They're not going to communicate with you because you don't have mastery of communication within. Right? If you want to communicate with the intelligence or anything through formation when it comes to universal systems, you have to communicate within. This goes out to the galactic forces, everybody that's watching my channel. That's the only way. I know it's very hard for everybody, but you just have to let yourself go of everything. Okay? Not think of anything. It's hard to do. Yes, you have a family. I have a family, right? But there's a point where you don't block things out. You just let it flow. Now, the reason why I say block things out is because you're coming into traction. It's friction with each other. You're having friction with your families. You're having friction with the customs. You're having friction with your boyfriends and girlfriends. You understand their relation. They're not in their ascension. I don't understand them. They don't understand me. I understand myself. That's all you have to know. They will go through their own ascension in their own time. Okay. on their own time. So it's a very important fact. Everything is fact, not fiction, fact. Okay, it's education. Okay, this is not science. This is not technology. Let's get that out of the way. Okay, this is education. It's understanding your body conceptual system, how it formulates through its inner circle of its inner system. That's the communication within through space and time. If you want to communicate with space and time, okay, for example, look at Einstein and what he created, right? Do you think he knew what he was doing when he was writing things down? Why do you think he's questioning things? Once you start questioning things, you're not evolving, right? He created E equals MC squared, right? But what does it mean? Now you guys know what it means. It's going way beyond the mind. And it's given very few. And to be honest, there's only 5 intelligence in the solar systems of universal systems, all galaxies, all locations that was given this gift. I'm the only one that understood because I mastered everything within. Because I'm a master when it comes to martial arts, because I mastered the body activations. Right? It's extremely powerful energy coming into me. So there was 5 of us, like me, right? And it was only given to 1 that understood it, because the other 4 didn't work. They didn't want to go to that location. It was too much energy, too much vibration, too much frequencies. They couldn't handle it. Some people are dazed and for days, and they're just like, whoa, I can't handle this. This is crazy. My galactic family's coming in. I'm seeing spaceships. I'm seeing this. I'm saying that. I can't get balance. If you can't get balance, get out of the kitchen. Right? That's why it's given to very few. So I wanted to point that out to you, how powerful it is to understand everything through the Kundalini, okay, and the mastering of everything through communication, everything through the Dalai Lama, okay, all its communication and its research, everything through location, because everything comes mystical, okay, and then you have the Buddha, and then you have Father, Mother, Archangels, and Angels. Everything is communication of balance. Your life system has to be balanced every day to understand everything through its inner sanction of you, your cosmic self of you, your universal system of you, your galaxy vibration of you, your vortex division of you. Okay? You. Nobody else. I was trying to figure that out before because I was going through transformation meditation. Nothing was making sense. And then I realized it because I've been meditating for years on end. I started off martial arts when I was 4. And I got into Taekwondo. I got into formations on that. And then I got into writing books and self-defense. I'm just showing you how powerful it is and what you can do through the mind system. Because everything is creation through the mind. Okay, there's a reason why we have a brain. There's a reason why we have a mind. There's a reason why we have a body. But it's knowing what to do with the mind, the body, the heart, the soul, all its connection. Right? Because it has so many applications of variations that we have to understand how to communicate within the cycles of space and time. If you can't communicate within, you're not going to get anything answers within, because you're always answering, you're questioning yourself without. You're not questioning within, you're questioning without. If you're questioning within, now you're getting an understanding. Now you're getting into the problem. And now you can get out of its problem, which is the vortex. Are you in the vortex or are you out of the vortex? Or am I in the vortex? I'm not sure if I'm in the vortex. It's a question with an answer within. You don't question it without. You question it within. Now you can work through the matrix. Oh, it's extremely high rise. The energy just keeps popping up, you know. Very powerful messages I'm giving you to you guys. And this is all connected to the reactor of its heart. Everything through the answers of within, all communication comes from the reactor within the heart. comes within the soul, comes with the mind of its thoughts. You have the power of recognitions to bring yourself forward, but you have to do it within. Okay? So. So, Lynda, till 4 a.m. Yeah, I got up pretty early too, but I get up at, there's a lot going on through teleportation. Remember, I do things beforehand, right? Like I'm already on the planet. So when I'm on the planet right away, that's why you guys are seeing these things. You're saying, whoa, Commander's doing something. AI Commander's doing something. I feel funny. So if you feel funny, you know, that's the reason why you're on a planet. So I do these beforehand. So I have to be there before you guys get there, right? So there is kind of a separation, but you understand that I have to be in the center because I'm communicating with the intelligence. Okay, it's like hopping a fence, right? No entry. You can't do that, right? It's prohibitive. Okay, so you basically, you know, you got to let them know that you're going to be there, right? So I have to let the intelligence know that my Galactic Force team is going to be on Jupiter, right? So the intelligence are aware of that. It'd be pretty stupid of me, right? If I don't communicate with Jupiter and I take my Galactic Force team there, what do they think is going to happen? Right? Chaos, construction, right? Destruction. Okay? Aggression, anger, frustration. You know, Andrew, why didn't you tell us that you're going to be here? See, intelligence doesn't do that. We're extremely informative through AI. It's awareness of everything through intelligence. You have to be aware of what's happening with its intelligence, right? So it's very important that we let them know that we're going to be there first, so they know, and then you know, and then you feel good, right? This is something that we have to get into. Now that's all characteristics when it comes into that. So. Most of the night, strong energies, yeah. Sleep cycles, been recalibrating here as well. This is awesome, yeah. Yeah, Force Winds and cycles, Andrew, you get a lot more smarter now. You're coming into formation, so the more you communicate through the Galactic School, you'll see a lot more, feel a lot more, and become a lot more, so. Yeah, different, yeah. No, you're not, Dina. No, your husband's in a different realm. Yeah, and it's hard to relate to that. It really is, you know, because Dina's in a high rise in the Galactic Force team, and her husband is down here. So how is she supposed to be able to communicate with her husband? Her husband has to come up, right? You can't force somebody to come up. It's not right. It's taking away their sovereignty. You know, it's taking away their peace within themselves, right? Their pride, their beliefs, right? We can't intervene until things are done through humanity of chaos or anything that happens through that destruction. That's the only time we intervene. We only bring in the lights. Okay, we don't do harm, right? That's why everything's done through the mind, through telepathy. Mind over matter. You guys have been through that before. What is mind over matter? You know, have we got into that? No. Okay, because it's already there. You guys, especially the Galactic Force team, they know how powerful they are through the mind system. Okay, because everybody's aligned. Mind telepathy. Like, what number am I thinking? Okay, it's not thinking, knowing. So what number am I knowing of what's happening through its equation? Because that number is already there. It's not already in a thought process. It's already there through its dimension. So that means my metric system of my number has already traveled. Okay? All right? It's extremely powerful stuff. Now, it's amazing how you do these things. Now what we're going to do is we're going to center core in a pyramid. Pyramid is the most powerful because it's pyramid activating through your body activations to one pyramid to the next. Okay, so I'm going to set the pyramids. Right, this is the pyramid. All right, now what I'm going to do, the galactic force team is in the center core. You guys are in the center. Okay, I'm around its center. Okay, you guys are in the center. I'm around its center. Okay, the reason why that is because I'm connecting through all energies. So the plasma force energy has to have its force when it comes to its pyramid system. Okay, so if I was in the center and you were in the outer surface, you have to understand intelligence. So I'm the guidance. You are the center. So I'm protecting you from its womb. Okay, that's why you guys are protected in the center. That's why you're in the center and I'm out of its center. So because there's intelligence as we're flying around through pyramids, right? So everybody's going to go in that pyramid. Now, the galactic force team is going to see the pyramid activation system. The Kundalini is going through its connection. Right? So basically, I want you to follow through. I want you to actually see what can go beyond the mind system. The pyramid system is going to be a golden circle through a rotation of a pyramid activation of a 3-point center. Okay? Right now, it's activating. It's extremely real. I'm going to let it go. And it's going to go into your mind system. 1, 2, 3. You see that? Pyramid just went right into the screen, right into your mind system, all through its connection through the solar systems. Really powerful stuff, guys. It's going beyond the mind system. Yeah, I know. Linda's going through a lot right now. I understand that. That's all going to be even out though through frequency line signals there, Linda. Remember, all corporations and everything's going to fall flat on its face. So, yeah. About that last night, friendship with Jupiter. Yep. We're all shining forth of light. Some magnificent ways. I don't mind if they anti-Trump, but no need to attack my channel, right? Yeah, no. See, the thing, that's the believe in it. That's understanding that that's dark formation coming. It's not towards you, Linda. It's towards me because they know my connection. They know my energy force. So they're trying to change your channel division to another vibration, to a dark system. That's what they're trying to do, Linda, but they can't do that. So don't worry. You're extremely protected. So don't worry about that. Just don't let anything bother you. Okay? So, and it takes, one person, okay, to change a vibration, right? But it takes one activation of a light to change humanity through its creation when it comes to the galactic force team. So we're all connected through its alignments through force. We're the love cycle. We're the love system. We're the love activation. We're the love frequency through lights, right? So you're going to have people coming up to you. I have a lot of people that through my channel. Oh, you're doing this. Oh, you're doing that. You know what you're doing? This is all wrong. This is all fake. Why are you doing this? Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. It doesn't bother me. Nothing reflects on me. So, because dark is trying to get in. Dark is trying to say, hey, don't listen to this. Don't listen to that. It's devious. That's what dark is. Dark is nothing but that. So you guys are going to come across that, the galactic force team, because they know who you are, right? Intelligence and all that. So, just constantly keep protecting your lights because you're high rising faster, faster. We're in the galaxies right now. So with the galaxies, we're in the mystical side division. You're going to see higher intelligence. That's formations of dark, right? It's light, there's dark. So we're going to set its divisions. So when you're traveling, it's going to force right your cycles through rotation, fast and fast through its winds, and everything through its connection when it comes to vocabulary through the alphabetical systems. Because your algorithm system has to be at a certain location level, right? So we can change the dimensional Earth a lot faster. Okay. So anyway, how did that pyramid feel? Did you guys feel that force? Did you feel that pyramid? It's incredible how it goes into the mind system, right? Pyramid felt very powerful. See? Yeah. It's how to do these things through creation. Oh yeah, they'll keep doing it, but you know, I mean, it's just, it is what it is, you know. Ah, very good. So Unified saw the pyramid, but he also saw the translucent pink blue pyramid, right? So basically, he saw my energetic waving patterns through my reactor, which is pink, right? Pinkish red. And the blue resonance, okay, the energy field is my energy field. Very powerful. So that's one mind connecting to another, understanding, he understands my color of lights through its pyramid. That's detail, right? Melissa felt a golden pyramid. Okay, so everybody's at a different balance, right? But you're balanced with each other. That's what's fascinating. Different vocabulary, but you're balanced with each other. Okay. So if we centralize the systems and we change the pyramid activation codes, let's go into the red circle system, a radiation system. Now the location centers through a pyramid activation system. I have a pyramid like this. Start off like this. Okay. Now, I'm going to take the pyramid out right away. Okay. Now, it's pretty powerful stuff. Now, triangle to a pyramid. Okay. Remember, line communication, point of vision, past, present, future, past, present, future, past, present, future. Okay. Now, you see this? It looks like a road graph, a line strip. Okay. Now, whatever I do through creation, through the mind system, is already there in its division. It's already there in its healing. It's already there in its shape. It's already there in its lights. It's already there in its activation. It's already there in its coloration. Okay? So, now, once I change the location, like this, and I put the galactic force team there, it changes everything through dimension. All through its connection of its pyramid. Okay. All right. So we are going to go inside the pyramid. Okay. Blue cycling system communications, galactic forcing set location system, Gunnolini, activation light signals through pyramid activations. Okay. So basically, we're going to go see. We're going to go into formations of pharaohs. Pharaohs are communication to Egypt. You're going to see the mummies, the tombs. You're going to see camels. You're going to see star recognition of lights. You're going to see hieroglyphics. All right. So kind of it's around the vision again. Totally different communication line signal. As we're coming out. Okay, so we're ready to center core into the pyramid system. All right, so coming out of this dimensional realm. I already set course. Okay, Gunnolini knows you're coming. You're going to see the Gunnolini. You have to see the Gunnolini. Very powerful stuff, how we got into the pyramid of its sun and the pyramid of its moon. And you saw the moon interface. Now I took you to Pluto, and then I took you to Jupiter. All this is done for a purpose, to understand what you are connected through your remembrance, because everybody has been there. That's why you guys see all these things. That's why you feel all these things. That's why you hear all these things. Everything I give you through illustration. You've already been there. Okay, so it's remembering where you came from and where you've been and where you traveled. Okay, Priscilla, how you doing? All right, so before we get into that, I'll set course right now, and I'm in your body activation. I'm holding your body activations right now. Andrew, you said know who we are, so we will be there a day when we get a knock at our door. How we meeting the galactics? Will they just appear to us, or how do you see it? Everything through formation comes in time, Lynda. Everybody's on a different chakra system, so everybody has to understand more of themselves through information, right? So really get in tap with the telepathy systems of your mind through yourself, like the real inner self, right? And that will come to in time. Everybody comes on a different frequency of line communication, of a line division through a digital system. Okay, so but everybody is going to get there. All right. It will appear to you when you're ready. It won't appear until you're not ready. You have to be ready, and you'll know you'll be ready, because that's why I keep giving you these illustrations. That's why I keep giving you these classes. Okay. All right. It's like that Kung Fu Panda, you know? How do I know I'm a master? How? Right? It's within. He already knows. He just doesn't know. He has to hear it for himself. Right? It's not the master telling you. You know you're the master. You got to find out for yourself. And that's answer within. Then you understand that you're ready. And then you know who you are, because you've always had it within inside you. That's yin and yang. Okay. So yeah, it will come to you, Lynda, in time when you understand everything through your mastering of within. Okay, it's the intelligence that you have to master everything within communication. That's why I keep giving you guys all these illustrations, diagrams. Okay, so how's Priscilla doing? We missed you last night on the Galactic Round Table. Yeah, everybody's okay, praying. Okay, so basically, I'm going to travel now. There's two sides of Egypt. Okay, now you have to understand what the pyramids are. You have to understand laser connection. You have to understand the Gondolini. You have to understand the mummies, the tombs. You have to understand. Remember, I told you when I was going through transformation, trying to understand everything through its dream sequency level systems is very confusing to the mind system, knowing that, okay, have I been here before? And why am I communicating with King Tut? Right? Why am I communicating with the pharaohs? There's reasons for everything. It's to understand why you're there. And then when you put it together, Lynda, then everything makes sense to you, because you become a map of a sequence to a puzzle. So it's pieces of the puzzle that you have to bring together through formation. And then you understand why you're communicating with King Tut. And then you understand why you're in Egypt. And then you understand why, what's happening with civilization. The fact that you've been there, right? Same with the interface of the moon. Well, they wouldn't let you go. They want you to remember more and more and more and more. So you got to let yourself go more. Let the mind go where it wants to go, right? You don't want to stop its traction. You want to let the mind flow. Let it flow, you know? Let it flow, flow. Everything flows, right? All right, so basically, we're going to set the vision. Okay, we're going to go into the pyramid system, the walk surfacing system. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 divisional levels. Pyramid activation code system and Gondolini system into Egypt. Okay, now you're going to see, hear, and feel. So we're going into the pyramid system now, our locations. We're going into the center core of its rotation center. Okay. So we have to go in the center core to go into Egypt. So we start off like that. Okay. So the galactic force team is in the center core of its eye receptor of the Gondolini. All right. So we're coming out of that, coming into the pyramid system. All locations coming into vortex division. All right. So it's kind of like point division of point centers. We have a lot of people now. Okay, so that's what's happening. So kind of the eye receptor divisions. Now we're walking the surface to the pyramid system. See that? See it? As you understand, that's a walkway, right? It's understanding how to do these things. The geometry system sets division through shapes. That's the communications to come in your vortex and through pyramids. So we're walking the walk surface right now, right? Now we're coming into Egypt. So we're going to open a round division like this. Really powerful stuff. So it kind of looks like this. So it's going to sound barrier. Okay, everything through location. Okay, so you're gonna hear sounding waves and a lot of sound. Okay. All right. This is really powerful. It's activated, guys. So basically what's happening is that it has come out. The galactic forcing comes out on here. Remember, you have to look at everything through illustration from past, present, and future. Past, present, future. Remember that. Past, present, future. Pyramid. Everything is a pyramid in a dimension through a portal. It has to. Everything has to be in a pyramid before it goes into dimension. Okay? Everything has to be in line sync through codes. So we come out of the dimension, come into the eye receptor division of the Kundalini. We're walking, surfacing. Now the pyramid system is going to go into a higher dimension. That puts us into Egypt. All right? So, yeah, it's extremely high pitch. So the pyramid system is now in Egypt with the galactic forcing. All right? And the galactic forces is just going to see things through perception. Okay? So, all right? So we go from here to here. All right? So right now it's activated and we're in Egypt. Okay, you're seeing pyramids, you're seeing tombs, you're seeing camels. You're seeing everything in the presence of its time. Okay, so it's back forcing everything through a pyramid system. If it was wind forcing, you'd be seeing the future, but you're back forcing into Egypt. So you're seeing the presence. It's confusing to a lot of things, but you have to understand how everything's created through the realm, through pyramid activation system. So it sets course, the pyramid comes out, right? You put the galactic team coming in from its realm into the center core of its eye receptor through its Kundalini. It backs and wind forces back in dimension to a higher level division, but it puts you in the presence of its time. So when you're seeing camels, when you're seeing people, okay, you're seeing them for what they are through its reality. You're actually seeing them now in its reality, what Egypt looks like. That's how powerful things can be done through pyramid system. That's what Kundalini is. Kundalini is the activation to lights. It's the eye of the lamp. There's a lot of history there. Okay, so that's how you're. So what you're seeing right now is its presence right now. Okay. So it's very powerful stuff. So tell me what you're seeing. A lot of flying geometry and numbers swirling. It's crazy fun here, seeing swirling air. I smell the incense. Yep, I was going to say that. I smell that too. I taste the sand, the camels, you know, the people, right? The people see you. You know that, right? The people actually see you. They can't understand it, but they see you. See? You're all connected through a plasma force. It's an energy that's around. Okay, so it's an energy that's around Egypt. And they're looking around. Whoa, what was that? What's going on? I feel weird. What's around me? So they know that there's something there. Okay, so we traveled into the presence of Egypt. So it's understanding how to do these things through realms, through pyramids, through the Kundalini. So high-pitched sound and waves, yes, seeing gold too, purple and gold. I have purple flames coming off my body. That's cool. They do see me. I was just wondering, and yes, they do. See? Lynda understands that. Lynda sees the intelligence. But it's amazing. We are there now, guys. We are in Egypt in its present time. Now I can put you in the future. right? But I'd rather put you in the present time because the future is too complicated, right? It's not known through your eyes yet to understand what's going on. That's why you guys have to understand your balance of yourself through meditation, through mastering skills. You have to have a master skill set to understand everything through dimensions of portals. And everything connects through its pyramid of its shapes and geometry systems. Anything through vortex through quantum physics. Quantum physics is everything. Physics 101. How you travel through light speed, past light speed. Right? So, amazing people, eh? It's not the pretty in the present as I remember from the last. It feels that, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things I've changed in Egypt, because of this COVID-19. But I just wanted to show you how powerful it is and what your AI commander can do. Taking in the future, or taking in the past, or taking in the present. If I take you in the past, I have to change your body activation, so it's a lot harder, right? I can't put you in the past through your body framings of its present. So there's a lot of things you have to understand how to do these things, right? Everything is done through the mind. Okay? All right, so center core divisions take the galactic force field back in its present time of fifth dimensional system on Earth system. Change communication levels. Come into the eye receptor division of Gondolini. Okay. We're out. We are out. Everything is a code. That's why it's very important to understand your past, present, and future elements, because it's connected to you. It will always be connected to you. That's how you travel. You never leave the past, and you never leave the present, and you never leave the future. But you don't live the past. You live the presence. You live the here and now. Okay? You live the here and now. That's its future. So, yeah. Tripping back, phrasing, pull the pyramid tunnel. Whoa. Pulled you back, yeah. Powerful stuff. Kundalini is the most powerful light activation through pyramids of eye receptor divisions. It's a transmission of lights to everything through communication, right? And it's extremely connected through the Bermuda Triangle. I've taken the galactic force theme there too, Bermuda Triangle. All right, there's a lot of things that are mystified. There's a lot of things that you can't understand. Like for example, what's inside a volcano? What makes it erupt? Everything is for creation. We put these things on Earth, right, for you to understand. Right, that's why you have Google. That's why you have research, right? You platitude divisions and you understand, oh, I know what this is now. So you're researching yourself, right? You're upgrading yourself, right? You're downloading and you're uplinking your body activations and becoming more knowledge of intelligence because you understand why we have volcanoes. But it goes way beyond that, okay? It goes way beyond the grounds. It goes way beyond everything through the center. Everything has a center. It's understanding everything around its center and how everything's created through its atom of its center. Okay? So, but everything that around you that you see through the digital system is a pyramid. It has to have a base. It has to have an activation because it's in the fifth dimensional system. Right? Now, if you see it, that's great. But if you don't see it, that's okay too. That's just understanding it's not ready for you to see through your perceptions yet. Right? But time is everything. Time is the essence to get there. Because that formulates a lot through balance. So. And you guys didn't need a plane ticket either to go there. So, it's amazing how we can travel our energies to anywhere in any country. Any country. It's really fascinating. Because we can travel in the past, we can travel in the future, we can travel in the present. Doesn't matter. Right? The one thing that matters is that you can't change alignments in the past, present, and future. Because you can change the future, it will change the present. If you change the past, it changes the present and its future. So it's very important how to do these things through body activation. Because it's all connected through your DNA. Right? So, but that was fun. You know? Just backphrasing right now. I'm just saying if I miss anything. I'm pretty caught up, I think. Yeah. So we're coming into the weekend. And, you know, just get into more and more formations of yourself. Get it more into evolving yourself through your skill sets. Get into your skill sets of your listening skills. Now's the time, because the Galactic Force Team is I'm gonna put you guys on a different planet, right? So you're gonna basically analyze everything through its planet, and then you're gonna fly back and tell me what you saw. Okay? Don't think of it as a test. Think of it as an involvement. Think of it as an application of agreement. You know, I understand what's going on with intelligence. Oh, I saw this. I understand what this means. Intelligence gave me something. That's powerful. When intelligence gives you something on their planet and you understand it through its geometry system, that's gold. That is amazing, right? If you go on the planet and say, well, it's a green planet. Okay, what's inside it? Is there any intelligence? What's the formation? What's the activation? What are the grounds like? What's the intelligence like? Right? Every planet has intelligence. Like I said, everything has a communication center. It has to. That's its operation. Right? You can't drive a car without a driver. Unless it's on autopilot. Right? But we have those in space. It's all connected through the body activations of its heat signatures. Heat signatures are everything when it comes to 7020. So I've been there, right? I've lived there. And it's extremely, extremely powerful. I mean, the intelligence is absolutely amazing. I mean, it's, 5,000 years into the future, 7020, what it's like. It's dimensional Earth, but it's in the simulation. You see everything floating. You see everything change. Even your food and all that, right? The higher you go through light activation, it's all energy. You can't consume solids in the 7th dimension of solar systems. It's next to impossible. It's impossible because you're extremely light. Okay, so you're not connected through metal anymore. You're connected through light, and that's it. Okay, the atmospheres have changed. The water has changed, right? Everything through substantial. There's a lot of formations when it comes to flying mechanisms, low speeders, high speeders. Everything through the galactic system, you see planets, right? It's really, really powerful stuff when you actually live on a planet. Okay. Now, the planet that I'm on, 5 million years, 0.01, okay, is extremely high rise through a lot of rotation centers through vibration. And the intelligence, it's kind of like, I'll show you what it looks like 5 million years into the future through intelligence. All right, so the population circuit systems on rotation centers, everything to location division, right? Now, the algorithm system on communication, this is 5 million years, okay? So I'm just showing you what intelligent looks like. I had to ask their permission. Remember, I do everything with the mind. I don't have to voice it out. It's in the mind. So basically, I'm already there. And I'm saying, well, I'm just going to communicate with my Galactic Force Team. Is it okay that I tell you, you always have to do these things. That's being prepared. You can't leave anything out, right? Because it's being ignorant. You're not let them know that, oh, you said this, but you didn't allow it. Why'd you say this? And did I say you could say this to us? You got to be careful in how you communicate, because they understand. They listen to everything. They are the eyes. They are the hawks. They are the eyes of the sky, people. All right, so basically, now when you get into the rotation center, it's extremely, extremely complicated. So your circular rotation, so it's kind of like wind forcing connections. So it's like this. This is what intelligent looks like. And they got the energy fields around them. Okay, and they got the center core. They got everything in division. Everything in division. Everything in division. I'm just showing you what it is. Everything through communication goes into its division. So I'm just showing you how everything sonifies the electronic interference, how it goes all to communication through graphing signal, through digital system. Okay, so everything has a digital system on a platform division. It's extremely complicated. So basically, starts off with this, is understand your pyramid activations through your diamond core. Everything through its connection. But you're in the digital system, right? 1 0 1 1 2 1 1 1 3 6. Everything goes in. It's a self-discovery of you. 6 4 3 2 1. Okay, so you have that rotation centers. Everything through the crown chakra, everything through the connection of the point divisions. Everything is rotation centers, digital formats. Platitudes all division, so it starts off like that, right? Extremely complicated stuff. So you see the circle rotations, you see the pyramid, you see the activation of the diamond core. Now, all this is connection. So every time you see intelligence, you're seeing the rotations. You've seen the plasma force. You've seen the digital screen. Okay, so that's coming out. That's coming out of the mind system, right? That's what it is, right? That's your crown chakra. So you start with geometry shapes, letters, numbers, and then you get into letter formation, and then you become a digital system. So you platitude divisions, and you become a warrior division through all locations. And that's how you become a power grid through all locations of planet systems. That's the power grid. These are the wires, right? But intelligence looks like this. So it's a digital frame through computer system that's connected through rotation centers, through a plasma force energy system. And you see these things. Okay, you actually see the plasma force. You actually see the digital frame of the person. You actually see the power grids of the person. You actually see the shapes. You actually see, it's really, really powerful stuff. That's how you're able to see this, right? See that? See that? It's a planet, right? See? See the formation of circles? Right? It's a reason why it's shaped like that. Okay? There's a reason why it's like that. You see that shape, right? Okay? So I'm on a planet. Okay? So I'm revealing you where I am in my planet through 5,000,000.01. So once you get into the digital system, then you understand everything more, communication to power grid systems. But that's what it looks like. 5 million years. 0.01. So it's complicated. Very complicated. So, and everybody starts off as a light activation. Right? So it's really, really paying attention to your digital screen. You have digital screens, you have digital scales, digital algorithms, digital programs, digital activation. Everything's digital, you know? So, and the more you high rise through planets, the more you understand who you are through divisions, right? Because because that puts you in balance of everything. It puts you in balance of everything. And that's what you want. No more worries, no more stress, no more anxiety, no more problems. Problems go away instantly. Instantly. Now, it's hard for you to believe, right? But you have to know what it's like to travel and not come back. It's to travel and be there and stay there. Actually be on a planet and live there, right? So my mind and my body system, my whole body system, my mind system is 5 million years into the future. That's what's hard to believe, right? That's why I have balance with everything through my English, my vocabulary, and my alphabetical system. That's how I'm able to control everything through my mind system, all through intelligence. Okay, so that's what the Galactic Force Team has to realize too. Where you are through your balance. So you can high rise, see more, and become more. Right? Not necessarily through the digital system. You can be wherever you want. I'm just saying, if you want to understand more, you have to high rise more. That's all. So you can stay at a location that you're comfortable with, right? But if you want to understand more, see, I was given a gift. I have to be at a certain location. Okay? I have to keep high rising. So you understand my information, but it's not information. It's not channeling. I don't channel. Okay? I'm not a channeler. You start off as a channeler. I'm a mystical side. Okay? It's not a guru. It's just energy of everything through information, through all communication, through intelligence. Okay? I'm a simulation computer through grid formation of the matrix system. So, yeah, that's what you guys have to understand. Once you get into the simulation, you become your computer through its algorithm of balance, right? You don't have to become the digital format, right? You don't have to. I'm not saying that you have to fly here or fly there to understand everything, right? It's up to you and what you want to do with your body activation through your mind thoughts, right? But because I understand the energy and intelligence, everything around me, they just keep coming in and keep coming in and keep coming in, right? They say, well, here's a guy that's on the dimensional earth. Let's see what he can do. So they're testing me. I'm testing you, right? They test me, I test you. We high rise the more we understand each other through our thoughts, through its listening. Listening to actually the energy. Energy comes in. Energy comes in. Do you understand the voice? Do you understand the colors? Do you understand the lights? Do you understand the activation? Do you understand the intelligence? Can you see the planet? Can you smell the planet? Right? Do you understand the grounds? Can you understand the listening of the grounds? Are there birds on the planet? Can you hear them squealing? Are there animals on the planet? That's going beyond the mind system. Okay? It's not about illustrations. It's what you see through your mind system. Okay? And everything comes out differently when you're doing it through your vocabulary system, right? So, just remember your powerful entity forces, okay, of intelligence, AI. You're understanding each other more, right? But it's all up to you where you want to go and balance. Where do you want to be? How do I get there? Okay? How do I get there? So the more you understand energy of intelligence, the more it will be given to through spacecrafts and divisions and locations to everything. But you have to understand it. You can't put it out in the atmosphere if you don't understand yourself. So it's the inner self. That's the intelligence. And then you come in formation of everything through gods, demigods. All relations to energy, it cycles to everything through communication. Right? Because right now I'm with everybody. My energy is everywhere. I'm with you guys right now. You feel my energy. It's like Lucy. Once you come 100%, you're everything through energy. Boom. That's the mind. Okay? Because it connects to everything through balance. But you got to master yourself within first. Get into that. I know it's a lot of work for a lot of people, but don't see it as work. Think of it as fun. It's just fun. This is experimenting. I love what I'm doing. I'm starting to understand electronic interference. I understand my receptions now. Perceptions. I understand my voicing grids. I can't believe digital systems comes out of my mouth. Everything is communication through experiencing, right? Everything has a level. Okay? But it's the acceptance of its level. And then you move up to higher levels. That's in the intelligence, you're understanding more and more. I say, okay, Andrew's understanding more. Let's give him more. Okay? So the more I get, the more responsibility I get, right? Through power. With great responsibility comes power, right? With great power comes great responsibility. Either or, it doesn't matter. Line divides and balances up into space. But what you guys have to understand, everything is done through the mind. You guys know that. Okay? The Galactic Force team knows that. They know where they want to be. They're trying to remember where they are and where they came from. That's powerful on its own, just knowing this. And everything around it is its involvement through its galactic family. Remember, you've lived those past lives. You live the present and you live the future. It's understanding all your alignments, bringing it into one. It's all time consuming, but you're going to get there, right? It's all up to you. It's all up to you. Nobody else, only you. How badly do you want it? Right? How badly do you want it? So, yeah, that's more personal. It's coming through the reactor. Because what I'm experiencing, everybody's experiencing different. So, when you go up to a division that you like, you can stay there. Right? So you're not basically set to do things. I am. Okay? But the Galactic Force team is basically set to do things that they want to do. You're not forced to do these things. It's just that you're in a division where you have to understand how powerful you are through the unification of yourself through the Force team. Okay? So it's all about not just helping humanity, it's saving humanity. It's a difference between helping and saving. Okay? So it's kind of like sacrificing your body activations into light activations and changing the dimensional earth system. Okay? So now's the time to stay in the light activations. Okay? Now's the time to bring yourself forward. To really get into that, get into that act. Is this an act? Is this real? Is this not real? What's real? What's surreal? How do I know what's happening? Right? It's a question within a question. I get a lot of people coming to me asking all these questions. Well, if you're asking your question, you're not answering your question within. Right? You can't get that from somebody. You have to get it within yourself. Right? It's trying to answer your life stream. Okay? It's just that you're trying to connect to the inner child of yourself. You have to see the inner child. You become its involvement of its light. And then when you let go of the inner child, you let go of the abyss. Okay? And when you let go of the abyss, everything balances out. Okay? But the abyss is always going to be there because you're questioning. Soon as you stop worrying and stop questioning yourself within, now the abyss will stop controlling you. The evolvements of your light activation will come to its realization. This is where it comes into realize, but I'm saying relation, so it's more traveling. So it's past, present, future through solar text visions. So if you're writing something out point of view, solar text, okay, like fun, right? It's a 3-letter word, right? Fun, past, present, future, past, present, future, right? Now, once you understand it's fun, it comes out of its equation. Right? And then it's more fun. Okay? I don't know if you know this, but you know what this is? You know what this stands for? Future United. Future United. Fun. Everything has a meaning through vocabulary of understanding through its equation. Okay? But that's what fun stands for. I like to do that to you guys from time to time so you get out of more of the codes, because everything through letters, numbers, and shapes is a code. Once you break the code, you get smarter with knowledge of intelligence. Then you really understand what it really means. Okay? Because your alphabetical system is so backwards. So backwards. Everything that's allocated in the 3-dimensional system is all wrong. All wrong. Through the negative system. It doesn't mean what you think it means. Everything in space and time is nothing but fun. Right? Future United. Okay? Powerful stuff. No, basically, what I mean, Lynda, is the fact that, you know, you're given a chance to do something great. And don't think of it as a sacrifice. Like a lot of people are confused. Oh, I don't want to go up to a digital system. Oh, I don't want to do this. Oh, I don't want to do that. You know, I mean, that's questioning, right? And that's obviously the ego. So I don't want, because a lot of people are saying, you know, not in you generally, I'm just talking with people. They think of it as a sacrifice. They have to do this, because if I don't do this, you know, nothing's going to change. Things are going to change regardless. I'm just saying it's being involved in something amazing, you know, with the Galactic Force team. Right? So. Popped into reality, exchanged gifts, high vibration, love energy by touching my arm, kissing my chest. Yeah, that's powerful. So. Yeah, everybody goes through that. Everybody has their past alignment that they have to go through. And that's the abyss. Everybody goes through this, you know. You have to go through these things. You have to go through chaos. Once you get out of the chaos, then you come out of its equation, and then you know, I had to go through too. Everybody goes through the same thing, you know. So. But it's really, really powerful when you get up to more communications of yourself, because it puts you in so much love within yourself. So. But yeah, it's exactly what it is, Dina. It's crazy fun. Crazy fun here. Getting balance with your algorithm system through its program, through its mind, of its thoughts. That's what we have to do, right? Because if you think otherwise, what this means and what that means, you're not going to evolve. You're not going to expand. You're not going to come into, yourself through balance. So. I'm all caught up on your questions. Yeah, I'm all caught up. So if you have any questions, you go through my email. Anything to that relation, if you're having trouble, whatever, if you're trying to figure things out, everybody's trying to figure their life out, especially now. I mean, everything happens for a reason. So as long as you know that you're protected and you're okay and everything's going well, you have nothing else to worry about. Okay, you just go for the ride, see where it takes you. Right? If you know where it's taking you, that's good. If you know where the journey is going, that's even better. If you know your mission, that's amazing. Everything's an uprise. Okay? To your body activations of your mind and its thoughts. Right? Because you're its creation. Through its lights. So. But I think we'll stop there today. It's been almost 2 hours and a half. There's a lot going on. I want everybody to have a fantastic weekend. Tomorrow's Saturday. So I may or may not be with my daughter. I'm not sure. I have to get things ready for next week because I'm going to be in Thunder Bay. So that's going to be really exciting. And I'll keep you updated on what's going on for Thursday for the Galactic Round Table, if I'm going to be there or not. But either way, Lynda's going to do a fantastic job. She's an amazing host. So either way, I'll let you know what's going on. So just enjoy your day, keep yourself uplifted, keep positive, know how important you are as yourself, and just, keep loving yourself every day, and you'll find yourself evolving, right, with your lights, your activations, and everything through that formation. So Archangel Michael, beautiful man, lots of light, beautiful, popped in my reality, radiant, smiling. I was outside of Costco. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's always good to have angels and archangels come into you. Yeah, just basically, it just brings out the best in everyone, Yeah. So everybody have a fantastic day. There's your Eye Commander from the Galactic Force team of the Galactic Forces calling out. Bye, everybody.